Every year we look for that one show that's going to give a jolt to the anime community. What is going to be that quote-unquote savior? I thought 2015 was a solid year for anime. It even had that smash hit that you started seeing everywhere around the globe. Disclaimer, I have not seen everything from last year. My name is Tiggy and these are my top 5 anime for 2015. Coming in at number 5, we have Noragami Arigato. This is the second season of Mr. God of Calamity himself. Noragami comes in at number 5 because it builds upon things that I want to know from the first season, such as what is the big deal with Yato and Bishamon? Also, why does Bishamon's regalia owe a favor to Yato in the first place? It also touched on the previous relationship of Yato and Nora, and that's something I really wanted to explain more. They went more in depth with Yukine, and they even took a little stab at the Yato-Hiyori relationship. Number 4 might come as a surprise to people, but I would have to go with Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. Obviously I haven't watched everything, but from what I watched, this was the funniest show of the year for me. A gender-bending comedy with a pretty decent story on the side. It involves a high school delinquent named Yamada, who one day accidentally falls from a flight of stairs onto the ace student of the school, Shirashi. Yamada actually wakes up to find out that he's swapped bodies with her. They soon come to find out that a kiss triggers the body swap. They then join a club that kind of studies these supernatural things that are happening around them, and it's in that club where they discover other witches with different kind of powers that are also activated by a kiss. But yes, I promise you the story's good. Now I actually plan on reading this later on, but from what I've seen in the anime, I thought it ended in a pretty good spot. Without spoiling anything, I thought everything with the witches was handled pretty well. I don't really see how they can extend the story without feeling like it's kind of dragging on, but we'll see about that in due time. Coming in at number 3 is the new smash hit of the anime community, One Punch Man. This show here takes cliche and it smacks it in the face. How can you not enjoy a badass character that completely makes fun of itself? Saitama, aka Dirt-Faced God, is so strong that even he doesn't know how it happened. The man is literally bored out of his mind because there seems to be no one on this earth that can challenge him. Even when you think he's met maybe somewhat of a challenge, the look on his face makes you go, yep, false alarm. Hilarious comedy, amazing fights, and even a little bit of mystery trying to figure out how he became this god in the first place has got One Punch Man to end up number 3 on this list. Coming in at number 2, we have Owari Monogatari. And if you haven't been following this series, then this is going to be kind of hard to explain. Between the regular seasons, the prequels, and the 4-episode series that we got, I don't even know what series to count this as anymore. But I do know that everything I like about the Monogatari series is back with this new season. All the snarky dialogue you could want, all my favorite characters are back, the usual gorgeous animation from Shaft, great music, some plot twists here and there, and of course one of the biggest contests of who is best girl of the show. We've been introduced to Ogi before, but she's a main focus this time around. She's a very mysterious underclassman who seems to have the same, if not more knowledge than her peers Gain, as well as Mame Oshino, who just happens to be her uncle. Lowly Vampires, a chick that's way too intent on keeping a grudge, as well as amazing fight scenes. Has earned Owari Monogatari my number 2 spot. Taking the number 1 spot of 2015, a show that came out so long ago that you probably even forgot it came out in 2015, Death Parade. Heaven or hell, who's right and who's wrong, this show kept me enticed on an episode by episode basis. I'm not even much of a fan of episodic anime to begin with because it can start to feel repetitive. So for me to enjoy this show from beginning to ending, that must have mean they've done something right. This show presents different situations in each episode. Sometimes things get real dark, and sometimes they make light of it. This show makes you go, man, why in the hell is an undecisive bartender deciding my fate? I think this show does a good job of somewhat getting its audience involved. At the end of some episodes, they kind of leave it up in the air for the audience to decide who should go to heaven or who should go to hell, or this game is stupid, why is this guy making these decisions in the first place? There's some development with Decim, as well as the usual Madhouse great animation and music. And those things in itself earned Death Parade the #1 spot on my top 5 anime for 2015 list.